What's up, Virgo? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, specifically for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and looking at specifically the energies of October 2025, the month ahead. Seeing whatever divine messages of guidance come through for Virgos. So let's get to it. What's the overall energy for Virgos, the ones that are here listening? Thank you. Take it. Oh, all right. What's hidden from Virgo in the month of October? What's hidden that would be, thank you, outcome and advice. That's a lot. We'll take it. Let's roll with it, Virgos. All right. Hope you had an amazing Virgo season and that you had an amazing birthday. I'm so grateful that I got to share some of that celebration energy with a lot of you in the comments. I was feeling that birthday energy, so thank you so much for sharing that. All right, let's get to the work at hand here. All right, in the overall energy, Virgo, we have the World reversed, Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and then kind of over here was the Death card. Okay, World reversed. There's some cycle that's repeating. Some cycle that isn't resolving, isn't ending. I'm also getting kind of a world upside down, a world with Five of Wands. This is a very interesting message. It feels like there's your internal world, there's this conflict, and there's something about the external world and conflict. It creates this destabilizing energy, feeling unsupported, lack of stability. It looks like with the Death card, if we create that, then this is ending. Repetitive cycles with a lot of conflict and destabilization is ending. Well, Shazam. Let's end the reading there. Okay, so tell me more about the World reversed. What does Virgo need to know about the World reversed? Eight of Cups, Hierophant, Ten of Swords, Chariot reverse, Page of Swords. There's emotional attachments. Ooh, painful ending. Okay. Emotional attachment. Someone's having difficulty letting something go. Hard to walk away from this traditional way of being. And it feels like the traditional way of being creates a lot of Ten of Swords and Chariot reverse. It's traditional. It's the way things are done. By the sword, punishment, cruelty, creating painful endings for others. And with the Chariot in reverse, it feels like there's a shift in the world. Not allowing this. So if I look at this as the world view, as I'm seeing it, then it's as I'm describing it. And people are learning how to speak up. Maybe people who aren't used to this, but speaking out, communicating, addressing this. if I take the worldview out and look at it as something internal, something just personal, it feels like there are attachments to beliefs, situations, people. You might have attachments to some belief systems that are traditional, that were handed down in your family, religion, society. I'm getting the same thing. And there's a painful ending happening here, realizing that this way of operating just doesn't work anymore. Learning a different way to make things work, because this is not feasible. I thought I was going to get something more personal, but it still feels external. Could be internal belief systems are shifting in a lot of people, and it's creating a huge shift in the external world. Something that just won't end. That has the world upside down. Feels like it's something around the Ten of Swords, about so much punishment, pain. All right, Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here in Virgo's monthly reading? What's Six of Wands in reverse? A public humiliation. It feels like there's protesting, competition, fight, struggle, heated this feels like a lot of upset over a public humiliation. Tell me more about this Five of Wands, Six of Wands reversed. Ooh, another six. Six of Swords reversed. It's interesting. Sixes in reverse show up as nines. There's something manifesty about this. 3, 6, 9 that I'm getting. All right. There's a fight. There's this competition, a struggle, an argument, competition around a public humiliation. Someone can't move away from this. They can't get away from this. They can't move on from this public humiliation. It feels like it has too much of attention. The Five of Wands, attention. Ooh, Three of Swords in reverse. There's a chance to heal hearts here, heal communication. It feels like this is some type of betrayal that someone can't get away from. It's humiliating. It feels like it's got a lot of attention on some type of betrayal coming out. Tell me more. Who's having... Ooh, it's interesting. The way this flew out. There's luck. Wheel of Fortune. Destiny. This destiny feels more appropriate. That definition of Wheel of Fortune here. There's something destined in this. I'm hearing collapse. Collapse of someone's falling off their high horse. They can't get away from this betrayal. It feels like by addressing this, the people, the Five of Wands, addressing this, not letting this go, helps clear the betrayal, healing, not sweeping it under the rug is what I'm getting. All right, moving on, Virgo, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. A lack of stability, a lack of security. Ooh, oh, Queen of Cups reversed with her back turned, and then the World card. Now the World card's showing up, but this time up, there is a cycle ending here, or there's a potential here to end this, create a new world, ending this way of relating of the world. With Queen of Cups in reverse, false identity, false perceptions of self, a lot of feminine energy here. Ending toxic feminine energies, toxic ways of adapting to destabilizing times, toxic ways of abandoning yourself, not able to perceive yourself. There's something here in this toxic feminine energy that's ending, that this is helping in. I'm also getting this world energy, earth, Gaia, feminine, divine feminine energy. All right. And then we've got the Death card, a definite ending. Something is definitely ending. World card. It does feel like this is on the world stage. If this isn't about the world, it feels big. All right. What's the Death card? Why is the Death card in Virgo's reading? 10 of Wands in reverse. There, with this ending all of this these energies I've been describing, then there's a release of burdens. Too many burdens. Feels like the Five of Wands is complaining about the burdens. Shouldn't be this hard. Something is ending so people can release burdens, not be so slouched over, carrying so much, being responsible for more than their fair share. Oh, and another queen. 3 queens in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who lacks inner discernment. Queen of Swords, there's been confusion, but she's found clarity in her upper chakras. She can see clearly now. She's willing to listen and to communicate, but she's got that sword ready to cut out what doesn't work. Discerning what works and what doesn't with that clarity. Queen of Swords in reverse, there's no clarity, no inner discernment. No inner discernment, and then just carrying the burdens, carrying burdens of others, this feels like there's an end to toxic feminine energies. Not being supported, not feeling stable, not having resources. And then all the strategies, possibly toxic strategies that people have done, not just female, this isn't gender, it's energy. So feminine, we each have, despite our gender or lack of gender or fluidity in gender, this is describing, for me, psychic energy, describing the energies, how we process things internally, more feminine, masculine, more outwardly, taking action. Feminine is being present with what is there. All right. And so it looks like all these internal misconceptions in your base chakra, in your heart chakra, in your upper chakras, all those limiting beliefs are being cleared. This feels like a profound shift. It feels like there's this internal shift, which then creates an external shift. Wow. All right. What interesting messages. In What's Hidden, Virgo, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is my card for getting out of a comfort zone. This person's in bed, comfortable, but they're not really comfortable because there's all these 9 swords. Thoughts, overthinking, fear, that's keeping this person in analysis paralysis, stuck. I've been in this energy, and it's like Groundhog's Day, and too frightened to make any decisions. It was also paired with learned helplessness, which just made me feel like I couldn't make any changes. It's a very sticking energy. Keeps you, and your thoughts don't help. They keep you in those repetitive loops and keep you stuck in that comfort zone. There's some comfort. There's all this pain, but there's some comfort. So the comfort keeps you ignoring all the pain and staying with it. So this is the way I like to see the card. 9 of Swords in reverse. This is getting out of a comfort zone. Getting out of that stuck way of believing that's so painful. But a lot of times it has to get to 10 of Swords before this person's willing to do something about it. And the 10 of Swords has come up in the overall energy under the World reversed. Something is happening, a painful event, and it looks like it knocks you, others, out of their comfort zone, and they're willing to do something about it and get out of bed, face their fears, and do something about this. It's very empowering. Once I finally did get out of this comfort zone and face my fears, as terrifying as that is and uncomfortable, on the other side of those fears are strength, confidence, recognizing how to work with fear, how to work through fear. If you work with fear, you're co-creating and creating more fear. So working through and not allowing fear to stop you from becoming the person you prefer to be. Oh, wow. All right. Magician, High Priestess. Interesting that their backs are both turned in this image, with 3 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. So Magician's 1 in Tarot. The Fool card 0, the first card. Then Magician. Then the High Priestess. Then the Empress. So as above, so below. Manifesting this consciously. It feels like this that I've been describing is being consciously manifested by you, Virgo, by the collective Virgos. So I'm getting as above, so below. The Magician takes an idea, a dream from the ethers, and figures out, using the aces, all the tools, the wands, the pentacles, the cups, the swords, to create that dream and bring it into the reality. As above, so below. The High Priestess, it feels like you've got unlimited potential, and you can attune to these energies, receiving guidance so you can meet your manifestation. With 3 of Pentacles, it feels like there's a collaboration here. People coming together at all levels and skill levels coming together for a common good. And then Seven of Pentacles, focusing on the change that you want to see happen and amplifying that, giving the change the amplification so it can grow. There's something here about manifesting a new reality for yourself and using your psychic gifts, your abilities, your intuition to meet that, to find that timeline, to create that timeline with others, collaborating with others. So you're getting out of a comfort zone and focusing on what you want to see and what you want. You're focusing and allowing that to grow, and it's tangible in the 3D. If this is around your career and finance, then it feels like you're getting out of a comfort zone, maybe in regards to work, and creating, you've imagined the perfect job, what you want in your 3D, in your pentacles, in your base chakra. You know what you want, you've imagined it, and so now you're figuring out how to bring that into reality. You're utilizing your intuition, and you're working, collaborating with others to focus on creating something that you prefer. That looks wonderful. All right, let's get to this outcome and advice. We've got a lot here to parcel through. King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Hermit. Welcome to your own reading, Virgo. This allows you to really utilize the energies when you show up as yourself. So it looks like in October, there's an advice here to be yourself. Show up as yourself so you can really take advantage of these energies. Feels like this is a real opportunity to manifest what you prefer. Stay balanced in your emotions. King of Cups. Weather the storm. Nine of Pentacles, the abundance, independence. It feels like you have a lot you can share with the rest of the world, Virgo. You've got some knowledge, some abilities. It feels like you could, if you want, get out of the comfort zone and share and make moves. Seven of Cups in reverse is a lack of opportunity, lack of choices. Five of Cups, upset. This feels like a lot of emotions. And so that King of Cups energy is important. Five of Cups, upsets, feeling like there's a lack of options. It feels like utilizing your emotional maturity. Don't let that unground you. Feel your emotions, work through them. Focus on what does work. And it's letting go of an old way, thinking this is the only way. I'm clinging on. It feels like you're letting go of an old way that's limited, which is allowing you to bring in something that you are interested in. It feels like there's all this destabilizing energy. The foundation is crumbling. But they're toxic foundations. They're foundations that create a lot of dependency, overworking, feeling and a lot of corruption of the feminine energy. What interesting and unique messages. All right, I'm going to leave your reading there. What an interesting October. I can't wait to read the comments. I love reading your comments, Virgo. You guys are very honest, direct, and let me know exactly where you are and how you feel about things. And I appreciate that. And so, yeah, I'm so curious. I mean, yeah, so curious. It's such a very unique message. So, all right, I'll let this go. I hope this is helpful, Virgo. Have a great October. Take care.